a ride with your destination.
Welcome back to Here and There. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Stephanie Brazil, the editor of 501 Life magazine. She's been with us most of the last year. I think, has it been a year?
It has.
It has been a year. Okay, well, thank you for being here once again this year.
Glad to be here.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas to you.
And that's what the December issue is all about. Favorite holiday cookies. This edition is titled Try Santa's 12 Cookies of Christmas. Try Santa's 12 Cookies of Christmas. Tell me about that.
Well, we cover 11 counties. We love Faulkner County, where our offices are here in Faulkner County, but we cover 11 counties, so we have a cookie from each county that represents that county with the recipe. And then our 12th cookie is an Arkansas cookie, so an ice sugar cookie. So that's Santa's 12 Cookies of Christmas. So anybody who likes recipes is going to love this issue.
Oh, this is great. And it's on stands now. You can pick it up right now, so get that. Yes. The couple of the month that they're going to meet, speaking of delicious things, they're really interesting. They cook together every day at Bob's Grill.
They do. Becky Flores and Jaime Santillan, they are the owners of Bob's Grill, and it's a family affair. They have 5 children, love living in Conway, just very positive, upbeat, happy people. So if you haven't met them, meet them through the article, maybe go by and see them. I thought it was really fun, something that I noticed in the photo of them. Their photo was taken outside the front door of Bob's Grill, and it says, if it happens in Conway, it's talked about in Bob's Grill.
Well, there's a lot of truth in that, too. Very good. Well, that'll be something worth looking forward to. I love that we've got this theme because now we're going to talk about bakers and bakeries, and there are some great ones in Conway, and you've brought together some of those very talented bakers.
Many great bakers in Conway. A lot of people know about 3 that we brought together. The owner of Blue Barn Bakery, the owner of Patty Cakes, and Julie's Sweet Shop. And these ladies are full of sugar and spice and everything nice. They're really sweet. We took photos of them with Bob Crossman's 1929 Model A Roadster. So just lots of fun. Chef Don Bingham joined them. They're going to tell everybody the most popular item in their bakery each holiday season. So if you're looking for something special, you may want to go there and check it out.
Very good. Very good. We wrapped up our football season recently, and so did the littlest football players in Conway. Conway's youth football league, the Conway Noon Rotary, puts together for that, and they do a fantastic job. You covered their Super Bowl, and it's in this issue.
This is such a special thing for communities and allows kids to have an activity. And this has been put on by the Rotary Club for 3 years. But I understand that prior to that, the Conway Noon Optimist Club has been doing it since the 70s. And they had so many kids involved, 13 teams in 2 age divisions from 2nd graders to 6th graders. And also 70 girls were cheerleaders. And we know they love to do that. So a great thing. And then Super Bowl champion Greg Lasker presented the trophies and Super Bowl rings.
Wow.
And it was sleeting that evening, so bless them all.
Well, I love that you're featuring youth football in town. We have a senior spotlight that we do before every game. And for those seniors that grew up in Conway, they always mention Optimist because that's who they played. And in the future, it'll be Rotary. But there's such a tie from that youth football all the way up through the high school ranks here in Conway. So I'm glad that you all did that in this edition of the magazine. We have a lot of artists in town, a lot of artists that do some very unique work. I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone that does such unique work as Angela Berry, who's got a unique canvas that she works on.
She does. She paints on cakes.
Okay.
And this is a family tradition for her. She grew up in Peru. Her grandmother has won international awards for her ability to make flowers out of sugar and rice. And then her mother's known for modeling figurines that go on cakes. Angela has both of those skills, plus she paints and sculpts on cakes. And so we're showing it, a true artist, truly. She's even done a model of the governor's mansion and presented that. She's kind of a hidden gem here in Conway. We're really happy to feature her this month and her abilities.
Another thing that people can find in the edition of the magazine, this December issue, are things to do. And I know that for our family, we're always looking for things to do, road trips to take, put on the Christmas music, and go find some things to look at. That's something that they can very much find in this issue.
Absolutely. We have an extended calendar of events, and also Linda Henderson visited so many of the little communities and towns throughout central Arkansas and also the large cities, took photos over the last couple of years and shares those. And so other than the price price of gas,
Right.
you can go and see all of these. We also tell you about choirs that are performing and dramas that are happening, and so many of those are at no expense.
Yeah.
So we encourage people to get out, enjoy, and really get into the Christmas spirit.
Very good. Thank you as always. Appreciate you coming by
Glad
again.
to be
We
here.
look forward to seeing you in 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Conway, this is Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. Thank you once again for voting for Brooks Fine Jewelry for Best of in Conway. This is the factory store. There's always something new and innovative here at Brooks Fine Jewelry. We can now engrave the nameplates for anybody that wishes to acquire them, and we're here to engrave anything you have. Any items that you wish to engrave, bring them on in. Brooks Fine Jewelry is now exhibiting original art and limited edition prints by Patrick Shane Wilson. So come on down to Brooks Fine Jewelry and visit with us. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to Here and There. We're taking a look back at some of our favorite interviews from 2022. Next is our interview with Bethlehem House Executive Director Amy Prince. Amy took over for Judy Lively, who retired in November, and was also a guest on our November episode of Here and There, an interview that you can see on our YouTube channel. I asked Amy what was it about Bethlehem House that she was most passionate about. Judy mentioned that you are passionate about Bethlehem House. What is it about this mission that you're most passionate about?
You know, it's similar to what Judy said. There's kind of always a story tied to it. With me, it was when I started volunteering there, started on the board. We were in the old house as well, and just seeing the work that was done there and the people who would come together and cram together in this tiny little kitchen to serve meals, and the people who were just so appreciative of it, it just kind of sticks with you. And so that's kind of where it started with me, was there as well. And then as those stories grew and I got closer to the people, it just kind of hangs on.
One of the things that I wanted to visit with you about it is the different services that you provide. So it's definitely a bed, it's a warm meal, it's an opportunity to not be on the streets, not to have that that definition of homelessness. But there's so many more services that you provide to help people into the next stage of their life. Talk about that a minute.
Well, the mission of Bethlehem House is definitely we want to provide that safe environment, that bed, and then get them there. But what our long-term goals are is to equip them with everything they need to be able to be self-sufficient when they leave us. That's why it's up to 2 years.
Okay.
That sounds like a really long time, but when you're in the middle of that process, it goes by really fast. So while they're there, we address mental needs, we address physical needs, we make sure they go to the doctor. There's a long list of checklists they have to accomplish to get into a different phase. And then once that's completed, then their focus is on work and saving. They all have a savings account that we help them manage.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard to explain that to them at first because we're not keeping their money, it's theirs.
Okay.
We just help them decide, is that a good choice to spending it? Is this where you want to spend that? So part of that is kept with us. They do keep some for themselves, and a little bit comes back to the house for an occupancy fee.
Sure.
But the big goal is to make sure that when they leave, we had a young man not too long ago that said, I can live on $50 a day. We're like, here,
That's right.
you can.
That's right.
But out there, that's not realistic, and so
Yeah.
it's training and learning and relearning sometimes those skills.
As a community, what can we do? What can Conway do to continue helping the mission of Bethlehem House?
We have so many great partnerships. Banks really help us in the
Yeah.
financial aspect of it. They come, they teach classes, they help us there. Just that community support and knowing and constantly keeps going, because it's a pretty expensive project
Yeah, I would
to keep
imagine.
running. So financially is always helpful. We have programs like our 365, where any individual or business can give $50 a month for forever,
Right.
hopefully, but because we are open 365 days
Sure.
a year, that also makes us unique to other organizations, as we don't close. We're open every single day. Services, including those for our non-residents, go every single day of the year.
So event-wise, I know that you always have events throughout the year,
Always.
and November is a busy time for you all.
November has seemed to be, as I looked yesterday at all that's going on, and we have, again, speaking of community sports, Skinny Jays. The whole month of November is going to, if you eat a burger there, they're going to give part of the money to us, as
Okay.
well as offer opportunities to give more. Total Tire is doing, get your oil change. It's a great time in November, because they're going to also give back part of that. But we also have our big pancake breakfast at Stobie's.
Okay.
Everybody loves pancakes from Stokey's. So you can come out there on November 20th. And this year, we have a Bago tournament. So on the day before that, on November 19th, we're going to be out at UCA. We're going to have a little Bago tournament to raise funds. And Centennial Bank's actually a sponsor for that. So in patty cake, so we're excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's definitely plenty to do.
Yes, plenty to do, plenty to do. And a good resource is your website. It's at BethlehemHouse.net.
BethlehemHouse.net and our Facebook page. We're trying to always keep that fresh and make sure that everybody knows what's going on all the time.
Good. Well, I think Bethlehem House is in good hands. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's definitely some big shoes to fill and keeps me up at night sometimes, but I'm excited about the opportunity.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. Good to see you. We'll have more on Here and There in just a moment.
Hi, Conway. This is Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. Thank you once again for voting for Brooks Fine Jewelry for Best of in Conway. This is the factory store. There's always something new and innovative here at Brooks Fine Jewelry. We can now engrave the nameplates for anybody that wishes to acquire them, and we're here to engrave anything you have. Any items that you wish to engrave, bring them on in. Brooks Fine Jewelry is now exhibiting original art and limited edition prints by Patrick Shane Wilson. So come on down to Brooks Fine Jewelry and visit with us. We look forward to seeing you.
This fall saw the official opening of the Arnold Innovation Center in downtown Conway. On the October episode of Here and There, I was joined by Grace Rains, Executive Director of The Conductor, and Crystal Kemp, Chief Marketing Officer at Conway Corp, to talk about this new addition to downtown and its role in the future of Conway. I asked Grace to tell us about the building and what happens there.
Yeah, so the Arnold Innovation Center is, 11,000 square foot building at the center of downtown Conway that provides co-working space, rented desk space, and membership, meeting space, membership space for businesses to start and grow. So, we're providing direct resources for those businesses to enable them to get started, to grow, but we're also providing, collaboration space for them to meet with clients and things like that.
So it really allows for someone who starts their own business, they've got a vision, they've got a dream of something that they want to do, but they don't have the space. I mean, that's basically what this is providing. But the difference here is that the conductor is also involved. And so you're a little bit of guidance, I would think, as well.
Yeah, so our entire team is housed there. We're providing our workshops and webinars that we've always done within the space. We have a subject matter expert network that we've brought in that are providing, mentorship and things like that for the entrepreneurs. We have Kiva consults out of there where we provide Kiva loans. So all of the direct resources that our team provides are now accessible within the space. In addition to now they have Conway Corp high-speed Wi-Fi and all of the amenities that come with having a space to really get going.
Okay, I've heard the term Kiva loans, but can you explain that for someone who may have never heard that term before?
Yeah, so we have a Kiva loan program, so there's 0% interest loans up to $15,000 for businesses to help them kind of get off the ground. So really that microfinancing, and they're crowdfunded. So you basically go out, crowdfund that loan, and then it's 0% interest over time.
So if someone in Conway is dreaming it, there's no reason why they can't at least give it a shot. I mean, they can try. It's there. It's right there for them.
Yeah, yep. We can provide the capital, the space, all the things at very low barriers to entry. They just got to come talk to us.
Hi, Conway. This is Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. Thank you once again for voting for Brooks Fine Jewelry for Best of in Conway. This is the factory store. There's always something new and innovative here at Brooks Fine Jewelry. We can now engrave the nameplates for anybody that wishes to acquire them, and we're here to engrave anything you have. Any items that you wish to engrave, bring them on in. Brooks Fine Jewelry is now exhibiting original art and limited edition prints by Patrick Shane Wilson. So come on down to Brooks Fine Jewelry and visit with us. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to Here and There. Next on this month's episode, a look back to two previous interviews that Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach from 5 Sports conducted with the Conway High School head basketball coaches, longtime Lady Cat head coach Ashley Hutchcraft and first-year Wampus Cat head coach Marcus Adams. Up first, Levi and Tim with Coach Hutchcraft.
Welcome back to Here and There. Joining us now, we're excited to have Conway High Lady Cats head coach Ashley Hutchcraft, and the high school basketball season is upon us here in November. And Coach, you're coming off a year that saw you finish as the 6A Central regular season champs and going undefeated in conference play. So definitely something to continue to build off of going into this year.
Yeah, I don't think it's any, secret that we were very upset about the way the season ended. And, we're trying to build off of, just like you said, we went 14-0 in conference. We only lost one game in Arkansas, and we're nationally ranked the entire season. And so there was a lot of good things that happened. But we definitely didn't end it the way we wanted. So we kind of have a chip on our shoulder. And, honestly, we've just trying to been focused one day at a time, just one practice at a time, not look ahead. And that's really hard to do, but we are excited about this year. We have 4 amazing seniors, and a lot of people that can go with them and that can really play basketball. So it should be a good year.
Coach, let's talk about one of those seniors. Chloe Clardy is the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year. Everybody knows about Chloe. They all try to game plan for Chloe. Can you talk about her contributions since her starting time as a freshman?
Yeah, goodness. Chloe's been around the program since she was a little kid. So like a kindergartner, first grader. So, I can remember we were just always looking forward to Chloe's group, and then now she's a senior. She's, next week she's going to be signing a national letter of intent to Stanford. It's one of the best women's basketball programs ever. But I think, just like I always say, the thing that makes Chloe so special is there is just this sense of genuineness about her. I mean, she is just a genuine young lady. She cares about the game. She cares about her teammates. She cares about me. She cares about Coach Johnson. She just has just this humbleness about her, and there's without question that's the reason she's going to Stanford, because obviously she's a great player, but it just can't stop there. She is the total package. So we are looking forward to having her one more year, but we are excited for her. We're going to watch her play on TV one day, and I know she's always going to remember Conway and where she came from.
Coach, I know your opponents will get tired of hearing this, but beyond Chloe, your team is really loaded with talent. You've got a mix of seniors and folks that contributed as freshmen last year. Let's talk about that mix for this year.
Sure. We talk a lot about Chloe and signing with Stanford. Then we have Savannah next week, who's going to be signing with Auburn. Which I think is, if you were around, 4 years ago when Savannah was a freshman, you probably would be like, no way she's going to Auburn. But she continually got better. She was this 6'4", didn't know how to carry her size, shoulders down, would walk into a crowd and be nervous, would be shy, because as a female, that's hard to carry. That's hard to figure out at 13, 14 years old. And now she is, goodness, she's the life of our practice. She walks in, her shoulders back, she is confident. And every year she has matured on and off the floor. So, for us in Arkansas, she is hard to deal with her and Chloe. And then you've got Caden Beckwith, who came off the bench last year, and then Camille Brown. And both of those girls have been vital to our success, our wins. They come in, they're just like Chloe with the high character. They come in every day ready to work. They're team first people. So I think we're just, for those 4 seniors, looking at last year to this year, I think that's the thing that I've really challenged them with is, you 4, you've been here, you've done this, this is your 3rd or 4th year, just giving them that responsibility. And then you have Emery Bohannon, Alexis Cox, those 2 young ladies gave us, they won games for us last year. They came in and genuinely won the game for us. If they're not on our team, we don't win those games. They have a year experience. We just got Lex back from volleyball, so it's going to take her a little bit of time to get going. But, before it's said and done, those 2 ladies are going to be doing big things for us.
Coach, every year you have a target on your back and
Sure.
are expected to compete for a conference title and a state championship run. And we all know that those are goals, obviously, for this team this year. But what else are you focused on as a team as the season's about to tip off?
Sure. Last year it was traumatizing. I think that's the difference between basketball or football or volleyball. Basketball's got that March Madness where crazy things can happen. It's not always the bigger, faster, stronger team. And I could probably write a book on just that one game of all the crazy things that happened in that day that just didn't go in our favor. So I'll be honest with you, for the people that played in that game or a part of that team, kind of getting over that, and me too. It's been such a challenge. I would venture to say that all of us went through a little bit of depression, just battling through that loss. And but we learned a lot of things from it. We won every game in Arkansas, 10 or plus, except one game against North Little Rock. But if you look at our season as a whole, typically Conway basketball in the years that we've been in the state championship game in February, we're unstoppable. I mean, we are hitting on all cylinders. I mean, those last couple conference games were really, really good. If you look at last year, we were not very good at all. We were just winning games. If you look at even the North Little Rock game, but I take the Bryant game, we were down at halftime. We were not playing good basketball. So one of the things that we learned from it, for 2 years, we've been peaking at the wrong time. And that's hard when you're nationally ranked, when you're trying, if you lose a game, you're not going to be nationally ranked coming out of Arkansas. It's just not going to happen. So we kind of had that burden on our shoulders all year long. If we lose, we're out. We're out of the national rankings. And we were honestly focused on the wrong thing. And I felt like we were playing our best basketball in late December. At the Sandra Meadows Classic, I mean, we were really, really good. And then we come home and we're winning every conference game by 10 or plus. And we just went on this downhill slope. And so this summer, this preseason, which is really hard as a coach, I've tried to just really press the brake. We didn't go to any camps over the summer. All we did was work out at home, weight room, on the court. Our girls play, AAU basketball, but I just really tried to focus on just let's peak at a better time. If we have to take some shots early in the year, even some losses, that's okay. And that's hard because we're already nationally ranked. They came out, we're ranked number 11th in the country and we haven't played a game. So it's going to be hard for us and it's going to be hard for me, but I think we've just got to focus on where do we want to be at the end. And if that takes a couple losses, couple learning lessons early, we got to be okay with that. So that's kind of been our focus since the loss.
She's Conway High Lady Cats head coach Ashley Hutchcraft, and basketball season, it's here. It's November. It's time.
Yeah, it's
Coach,
here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We are joined now by new Wampus Cat head basketball coach Marcus Adams. And Coach, it's so great to be able to speak with you and give you the official Conway Corp welcome to this Wampus Cat family. You've had a few weeks now officially in the role. What's it been like so far for you personally and professionally?
For one, it's definitely humbling experience and a blessing just to be able to be at a prestigious school like Conway. And we've been hitting the ground running since the board has voted me as the head boys basketball coach. So had an opportunity to meet the guys at team camp. Had an opportunity to meet our 8th and 9th grade, which we've got our 8th and 9th grade in the gym going since we first started a week and a half ago. So we're just trying to build this thing from the ground up, not just with our high school, but with our younger guys. So having them in the gym, and yesterday was our 3rd practice with our high school. So we're just trying to get ready, trying to establish a culture here at Conway. So get used to what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. So, and the kids they're trying to buy in right now. So, but it's definitely been fun, humbling experience. So.
Coach, let me ask you this. So your path to get to Conway, can you kind of walk us through briefly your playing days up through your coaching experience as you got into Conway here?
Yes, sir. I went to Palm High School, graduated in 2003. Had an opportunity to play for Coach Ron Moraney, where I was a basketball player, where we did win a state title in 2003, beating Parkview. After that, went to University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. graduated 2009. After I graduated, that's where I actually got going. When I played for my old high school, worked under my whole high school coach, Ron Moraes, assistant varsity coach for 5 years. So after I left there, I ended up going to Morton as a head junior high coach, assistant high school coach for 3 years under Keith Zachary. After that, I ended up going to North Little Rock under Coach Johnny Rice as assistant varsity coach for 1 year, where I had opportunity to coach Colin Moore, Ray Fresh. As you all know, Moses Moody with the Golden State Warriors just won an NBA title. So I was there with them for 1 year. And then my path as a head coach, where I had a chance to go back home, where I coached Washington Chapel for 4 years as a head boys basketball coach, where I had an opportunity to rebuild a program where we started off slow first, second year, but that third and fourth year, it started to build. And it was a joy just to be a part of it, to have an opportunity to build a program.
Tell us a little bit about your coaching style, your philosophy in terms of what we can see on the floor, what's your philosophy on the floor?
For one, like I said, I believe in stopping people. So I'm a defensive guy. So expect guys to guard at a high level. And it's just not one guy. It's got to be 5 guys moving as one, as a string. Also, too, offensively, we want to get out and run where we can race in space, giving guys concepts, allowing them to play, just read and react to whatever the defense is doing. Like I said, we'll run some quick hitters, we'll run some sets, but just off what I've seen these last 3 days, I think we got a lot of versatility. I think we got a lot of athleticism. I think we got guards that can get paint touches, that can create wide open threes, layups, and getting fouled. So just expect a lot of fast-paced basketball, but also, too, it's going to be teams that's going to slow us down. But I think we can be well-balanced where we can grind people out in the fourth quarter when we have to.
Coach, the 6A Central has proven to be a very tough conference, especially over the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
You have that firsthand experience in this conference from your time assisting at North Little Rock. What's your preseason plans to help prep your Wampus Cats for what we expect to be another tough and deep 6A Central?
For one, toughness. In this league, it's no nights off like it. For once, you gotta be able to be mentally and physically tough to play in this league, because every Tuesday and Friday night, there are no nights off at all. So that's what we're gonna try to build early. So once we get a chance to build that toughness, now is all of a sudden, now we got to build that togetherness too, because now it's gonna be games, gonna be nights where stuff is not gonna go our way. So now we got to build some type of camaraderie and say, hey, in order for us to do this, we better do this together. So,
well, it's easy to see why everyone was ready to get you here to Conway, Coach. He's new Wampus Cat head basketball coach Marcus Adams. And Coach, thanks again for your time, and we are so excited to have you here in Conway.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys for having me on. Like, I'm definitely excited to be here.
Hi Conway, this is Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. Thank you once again for voting for Brooks Fine Jewelry for Best of in Conway. This is the factory store. There's always something new and innovative here at Brooks Fine Jewelry. We can now engrave the nameplates for anybody that wishes to acquire them, and we're here to engrave anything you have. Any items that you wish to engrave, bring them on in. Brooks Fine Jewelry is now exhibiting original art and limited edition prints by Patrick Shane Wilson. So come on down to Brooks Fine Jewelry and visit with us. We look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, guys. And this programming reminder, Conway Corp 5 Sports will once again be your home for conference action with the Lady Cats and Wampus Cats basketball games that will begin in January in the 6A Central Conference. That's this month's episode of Here and There. We thank you for watching, and we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2023.